live stream. So, look, we all know what happened only a few days ago, but obviously before I crack on with the rest of that, if you are new and you've never ever come across my channel before, hit that subscribe button, smash a like, get sharing, have your say in the comments section, guys. I'm going to be talking all things, obviously, Tottenham and what happened only a few days ago in that very late kickoff on Saturday. Another embarrassing, shockingly shite home defeat. Our home record is absolutely piss poor. We're going to be talking, obviously, Thomas Frank. Richarlison again, man. I hate slagging my players off, honestly, but when they're just skulking around the pitch, you know, just not doing anything, not consistent enough, then your time is up. Your time is up. Obviously, 5 defeats. 5 defeats in the league now. Early days, we all know, it's only, what, game week 13 just gone, you know, but 5 defeats is totally unacceptable, especially to the teams we have lost against. So, yeah, I'm only going to be on here for about 25 to 30 minutes. So, yeah, obviously, I'm going to start things off, guys, by, if please subscribe, smash a like if you've just joined. But yeah, man, I'm going to talk things first about, obviously, the embarrassing home defeat against Fulham. Fulham, they seem to be one of our bogey teams right now, along with a few others in the league. But our home record is absolutely shite. Honestly, I can't. Quickly thinking back on now, I was actually gonna say I can't remember the last time we actually won a home game. But guys, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. But was it against Burnley, where we absolutely smashed them 4-0, 4-1 was it? I'm sure that was our last. I am 90% sure that was our last home win in the league. And I know some say it's early days, it was only game week 13, but come on, man, we got to be better than this. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, you know, to think the boys did not even turn up against Arsenal in a North London derby, you know, not to have one single shot in the first half. You know, okay, yeah, Champions League night against Paris Saint-Germain a few days after that, where, yeah, we put a much better performance in, but we still lost. We conceded 5 goals. Yeah, okay, we scored 3 against the champions of Europe. You know what I mean? But we still conceded 5. You know what I mean? Thomas Frank still not getting it right. He's swapping and changing, in my opinion, far too many times. You know what I mean? He's keeping certain players on the bench for no reason whatsoever. Top players as well. I know we still got players coming back from injury, but I just want to go over a little bit about the Fulham defeats. Obviously, we lost 2-1. Tottenham are 2 goals down in 6 minutes at home. At home, totally unacceptable to be 2 goals down against Fulham at home. Honestly, I didn't vlog the game. You know, I was just watching it as normal with my family, and I'm shouting and screaming at the fucking TV. You know, what the fuck was going on? What the hell was Vicario doing? What was he doing? I was shouting and screaming at him just to play the ball out for a throw-in. Just play it for a simple throw-in. But nah, he made a fucking right mill of it. Tried to lob it up the pitch, and obviously he completely made a fluff of that one. Right kerfuffle of that one. And yeah, Harry Wilson, sorry, made it 2-0. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, good goal, very good goal. But from a Spurs point of view, absolutely embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. You know, to think we've obviously dropped points against Fulham last weekend. You know what I mean? We just about got a draw against Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers have not won a game yet in the league, and to think they nearly beat us, it's fucking shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. The boys, obviously, as we know, only a few weekends ago, did not turn up whatsoever in the North London derby. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. We dropped points against Bournemouth as well. We're dropping points against teams like Wolves, Bournemouth. You know what I mean? Aston Villa was another one. We should be beating these teams. Should be beating them. But obviously, going back to the Fulham game, yeah, Harry Wilson made it 2-0 to Fulham in the 6th minute. Nearly 3. If I remember rightly, they did have 1 or 2 goals offside. But obviously, before Mohamed Kudus pulled a goal back for us in the 59th minute. But totally unacceptable. And I'm just going to have a little butchers now at the stats. So Tottenham had 2 shots on target. 2 shots on target. Again, totally unacceptable. 14 shots all round, but come on. Absolutely shambolic. And, you know, the lineup as well. I just want to go through with the lineup. The formation as well. Thomas Frank keeps swapping and changing the formation. And for what? He went up, he played 2 up top. So he done the same as what he done a few days before that in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain. He played Kolo Muani and Richarlison up top. And, you know, I'm thinking, what's the point? What is the point? Just have Muani up top on his own. Because what the fuck is Richarlison going to do? He's not consistent enough. Not consistent enough. I hate slagging my Spurs boys off, but when you got players just skulking around the pitch, it's like he's picking and choosing when he wants to perform. And you think, with a World Cup coming up, surely he would want to perform to his best to try and fight for a place in the Brazilian squad. But from what I've seen, nah. So obviously on the bench, we had Bentancur, Ben Davis, Brennan Johnson, Kinksky, Odibert, Sarr, Simmons, Spence, and Tell. Now, for me, I would have started definitely Xavi Simmons. Start Xavi Simmons, you know. Sarr is another guaranteed starter. You know, in some ways, I would have probably started Brennan Johnson. Put Brennan Johnson. If you're going to play 2 up top, that's what I'm getting at. If you're going to play 2 up top, you might as well put Brennan Johnson alongside Kolo Muani. Honestly, it's just absolutely shockingly shite once again. And for me, one of the standout players again, who actually put a decent enough performance in against Fulham, was Bergville. Bergville, man, honestly, absolute baller. Obviously, Kudus as well, with a very good goal. But, you know, we can't just be relying on 1 or 2 players. You know what I mean? It's a team game. This is why I can't wait until January. I know it's only around the corner now, but, you know, obviously a few months ago, rumour had it, obviously, when Moneybags, Daniel Levy finally got the boot. You know, Lewis, we had rumour had it that the Lewis family was going to pump serious money. We're talking like 100 mil plus. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments section, guys. This is your thoughts, come on, in the comments. But the Lewis family need to seriously back Thomas Frank, because Thomas Frank is under serious pressure right now. Don't get me wrong, guys. Thomas Frank is a very, very good manager. But I've said this time and time again in my past videos. Coming up from Brentford to Tottenham is a whole different ballgame. You know what I mean? He's a total different kettle of fish. But Frank needs the tools. I said this when we had Big Ange, you know what I mean? Ange Postecoglou, but with Big Ange, he only had one way. He wasn't all about defending. He was just all about attack. Doesn't give a shit how many goals we concede. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we need the tools. Thomas Frank needs the tools. We need quality. Because let's face it, we don't have a lot of quality. You know what I mean? We haven't got a decent, top quality striker. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do rate Solanke, but when is he going to come back? When is he going to come back? Other than that, we've only got Colin Moani, who I do rate. I do rate, but at the same time, you know, whoever's going to play up top, they need, you know, they need some assistance. You know what I mean? And we're not getting it. We're not getting it. Bergfield, Kudus, yeah, I highly rate. João Palhinha is a serious player. I hope we get João Palhinha on a permanent, man. I really do. Archie Gray, yeah, I do rate. He pulls his socks up and he gets some of it. But for me, he's I would say he's not really a starter for me. Sarr, another one, baller. You know, when you got Van der Ven and Romero playing together, yeah, they're good. They're good, but there's not a lot of quality. I know we still got players to come back. Basuma, Dejan Kulusevski, James Maddison, Solanke, all guaranteed starters. But we need more than that. We need serious quality if we are going to fight for a top 4 finish. Because the way things are going right now, boys and girls, we are going to be same old, and it's going to be a relegation fight, and we're going to go through the same shit that we went through last season. A manager seriously under pressure, players arguing, and it's happening already. We only see that a few days ago at home in our own backyard against Fulham. Players arguing. You see what was it likes of Pedro Porro storming off. It's not good enough. Vicario actually coming out and saying, if you're gonna boo, then you're not a real Spurs fan. I find it half and half. You know, if I was there, because I wasn't there unfortunately, but if I was there, I wouldn't be booing, because at the end of the day, you don't boo your own team, but at the same time, the fans are booing because they're letting their feelings heard. Because enough is enough now. Enough is enough, and something has to change. And you know, how many times are we gonna swap fucking managers? We've had top managers, we've had average managers, but it's just the same old. We get so far, we get dragged back. It's a fucking merry-go-round. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's the board. The board have to seriously back a manager. Give the manager, the coach, whatever you're going to call him, the money to seriously get some players, top quality players in. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, you know, to think back the squad we had, the likes of Danny Rose, you know what I mean, Carl Walker, Lloris back in his days when he was a top keeper, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, top. We was one of the top had one of the top defensive records for quite a few seasons. Know what I mean? And you think of like Moussa Dembele, never replaced. You know what I mean? Harry Kane, our all-time top goal scorer, never replaced. Heung-min Son, never replaced. I know some might say, yeah, we've got Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons, yeah, don't get me wrong, he's up and coming. But coming from where he did come from to the Premier League is a whole different ballgame. In some ways, it hits players differently. Some players can come straight in and have a massive impact. Some players come in, it takes time. The way things are going with Xavi Simons, he's getting thrown about all over the place. He's young, he's up and coming. We have to be very, very patient with the likes of Xavi Simons. You know what I mean? But here we are, guys. But if you're going to ask me right now, who would I want gone in January? My number one is Richarlison. I hate to say it, I hate slagging my boys off, but Richarlison is not consistent enough. He just skulks around the pitch. It's like he scores when he wants. And when he does score, it's a wonder goal 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? But not good enough. Simply not good enough. So, rumour has it that Everton are after him, so they can have him back. You know what I mean? They can have him back. But at the end of the day, we need serious quality. And with Newcastle coming up, tomorrow night, as I speak, so Tuesday night, I tried to think, we all know we're going to lose. I'm not going to say right now we're going to win, because we're not. We are not winning that game, especially at St James's Park. I know, yeah, obviously before the North London derby, we was one of the top teams in the league to have a decent away record before the North London derby. But like I said, if you can ask me right now, we are not winning that game. We will be very, 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 very lucky to even get a point at St James's Park Tuesday night. So obviously, if we do lose that game, that would be what, our 6th defeat in 14 games. Totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. And the pressure is already piling on Thomas Frank right now. You know, you've only got to go back to the Fulham game, being booed. You know what I mean? So something has to change. I'm not going to turn around and say we need Thomas Frank out. We need so and so, blah 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 blah, because we've been there before. Like I said, we've been there before. It's a merry-go-round with fucking managers. You know what I mean? I know some might say Thomas Frank, because I've been thinking about it since the Fulham defeat. I have been thinking about, maybe is Thomas Frank, is he way out of his depth? Because, you know, like I said, coming from Brentford to Spurs is a whole different ball game. It's a massive step from Brentford to Spurs. Massive step. So is he out of his depth? But like I said, at the end of the day, we don't have quality all over the pitch. You know what I mean? We've got average, bit of quality there, average, and maybe a little bit of quality there. Other than that, that's all there is. Not only that, our squad depth is so shit. Yeah, we can have, you know, when we got the likes of Kulusevski, Maddison, Solanke, even Basuma, when we got them back, yeah, we've got a decent starting 11. But when it comes to turning around, look at your bench, average. If you're lucky, you might have one decent player there sitting on the bench ready to come on. But other than that, nothing. So yeah, with Newcastle coming up next, I'm just gonna, bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna get the table up right now. So we are actually, hang on a minute. Sorry, guys, I've just got to. We are currently going into week 14, guys. We are sitting 12th in the league. 12th in the league. You know what I mean? We're currently level on points with Newcastle, and like I said, I can't see us winning that game. You know what I mean? Everton, Fulham. They're Everton's level on points with us. Fulham currently sitting 15th. They're only a point behind us. And then you're going a little bit further down where Forest are on 12 points, sitting in 16th position. So it's totally unacceptable. And when you look at the top, fucking Aston Villa are 4th, Brighton 5th. Know what I mean? Brighton 5th. Brighton have only lost 3 games. Brighton Villa have only lost 3 games, and to think our neighbours Arsenal, they've only lost 1. You know what I mean? They're on 30 points right now. We're on 18. Not good enough. So something has to happen. And I don't just want to see Thomas Frank out, another manager in, because it'll be the same old shit. How many managers have we actually gone through since Pochettino, when we were serious title contenders for a good 2-3 years? You know what I mean? And when you think back then, we were miles ahead of Arsenal, miles ahead of them. Now we've gone way back, and they're fucking miles ahead of us, challenging for the title. You know, the way it's going right now, Arsenal will win the league. And I know it's a long way to go, and they could probably bottle it towards the end, but they are on fire right now. On fire. With Chelsea being the dark horses, I hate to say it, but obviously if I'm going to, because you know, just whilst I've got the table in front of me, the way things are going it's okay. Yeah, maybe City are in the mix. You know, they just about beat Leeds as well Saturday, but it could potentially be a 2-horse race, in my opinion. Chelsea and Arsenal. Maybe Man City are in the mix as well, but yeah, man, going back to the manager, you know, Frank, he needs the backing. Needs the backing because we're only going to be in a fucking relegation battle, and it's going to be the same old shit how it was last season with Ange Postecoglou. And I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of it now. So tired of it. You know, it's, you, honestly, I'm doing videos week in, week out, and I'm just saying the same old shit. I'm not getting excited about anything. And no wonder Expressions is at a couple of weeks off now. I've not seen no videos from him since the North London derby, and I don't blame him because it's the same old shit. There's nothing to get excited about being a Spurs fan right now. And, you know, going back to what I said earlier with the January sales only around the corner now. It's only a month away now, heading into the new year. I seriously hope that the Lewis family seriously back Frank. You know what I mean? It's and like I keep saying, I don't want to see just Frank gone, a new manager, and because it'll be the same old shit, same old stuff. You know what I mean? So comments, there's a couple of comments just come in, guys. Guys, if you've just joined, please smash the like, get subscribing. I'd appreciate it. I'm only going to be on here for maybe another 5 minutes, but yeah, man. So just have a little look at comments, guys. Thomas Mullins saying, fan for 60 years, and it's the players. We buy Solanke, Madison, Johnson, Davis, Draguzin. Yeah, I actually forgot about Draguzin, I'm not going to lie. Here's another one that's just come back into training. If I remember rightly, Richarlison, Spence should have gone after last year. City win the league. They wake up in December. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, that's when they normally get a run in. I should have known that one. So yeah. Decent comment there. Again, from the same guy, Thomas Mullin. These are the same players. Sorry, these are the same players who lost 22 league games last year. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same old. And this is why I keep repeating myself. The manager needs the backing. He needs the tools. He needs the tools to improve. Know what I mean? Someone let me know in the comment section, how much was it that Mikel Arteta got? Obviously, they finished second for about 3 seasons, was it? And now this could potentially be the season where, I hate to say it, they go on and win the league. But they spent fucking millions of pounds to get the team that they wanted. You know what I mean? That they took Eze off us, who I did highly rate, and I was actually hoping we would get Eze. Didn't happen. You know what I mean? But they are getting serious quality in. I hate to say it, but it's true. You know, and if we are going to spend big in January, who are Spurs going to get in? Who is the board going to get in? So guys, let's hear your thoughts on that one. Are you Thomas Frank in, or are you Thomas Frank out? And who would you like to see if we do actually spend big? Fingers crossed. Who would you like to see Spurs get in January? Let's hear your thoughts on that one before I do go. But yeah, obviously with Newcastle coming up tomorrow night as I speak, away to Newcastle at St James's Park. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. I'm not expecting a win. I'm not even. We'd be very lucky to get a point. Let's face it. You know what I mean? And quickly going on to the fixtures now. Bear with me, guys. Going on to the fixtures. So after the Newcastle game away at St James's Park, our next game is against Brentford, where again we will probably drop points. You know what I mean? It's the reality right now. Let's face it, we're going to probably lose tomorrow night against Newcastle and draw against Brentford at the Lane Saturday. Because after that, just scrolling down now, we are away to Sean Dyche's Nottingham Forest on the 14th of December. Away to Forest, you know. We could maybe win that one. but then again, that'd probably be a draw. And then we're going into Monday the 15th, no, sorry, Saturday the 20th of December, where we are back at the Lane against Liverpool, where obviously they won. They got their first win in the league for a couple of weeks, roughly, if I remember rightly, against Liverpool. And, you know, I really don't expect to win that one. Games are coming thick and fast now. Where are the points? Where are the points coming from? Where are the points coming from? Because the way things are going, we are going to be in a relegation battle. And there was no way I was saying that at the start of the season. You know, I had so much, well, not so much confidence, but I was feeling a little more easy, you know, to think we got Thomas Frank in, you know what I mean? We've got like some Mohamed Kudus, a few other top quality players, proven players. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, okay, we can kickstart now. You know, we've won some silverware. You know, there should be some confidence there, a bit of spirit, a bit of passion. But that's all forgotten about now. That's all forgotten about now. It's in the past, you know, and we're back to fucking doom and gloom again. There's no fight, there's no passion, there's no spirit. Players are fucking arguing. You see, it's only a few days ago, I know Pedro Porro come out and apologise, but you're seeing the likes of Pedro Porro storming off. Can't be having it. Can't be having it. And, you know, I just, like I said, and I'll say it again, you know, I just fucking hope that Thomas Frank, if he's still with us, gets the backing, because at the end of the day, we need serious quality. Serious quality. Before I go, guys, because I do have to shoot, where are we? Another comment's coming, guys. Guys, if you've just joined, please get subscribing. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get me subs up. Smash the likes as well. We need better quality players. Exactly, I've been saying it. We need better quality players. Tell Odebert, Johnson, Richarlison, Bentancur are not good enough, and I don't think the squad is good enough to where we want to be. Lots of fans overrated the levels of the squad. Yeah, I'll rate that. But the likes of Odebert, some would say Tell as well. You know, I know it's. I'm going to go off a little bit off subject now. I know when Odebert and Tell play together. Obviously it's the under 21s, but they seem to be gelling well and performing well. Why can't they do that in the league? Why? I know it's a different level, but if I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep one of those players out of Tell and Odebert, I'm keeping Odebert. Johnson, 9 times out of 10 he does know where the back of the net is. This is why I'm saying right now, while Solanke's still missing, Richarlison is just doing absolute fuck all. I know we've got Colin Moani, but other than that, who have we got? Stick Brennan Johnson up top, because like I said, 9 times out of 10 he knows where the back of the net is. Bentancur, Bentancur's a funny one, because, but since that injury, what was it? I can't remember who we actually played, but there was a certain team we played, and it was a set piece. I'm sure it was a corner. The ball swung in, and he went for a diving header, and he was knocked out unconscious. And ever since then, he's not been the same player. So, yeah, it's. I know. There's a lot of players that are seriously hyped about for no reason. So, you know, like I said, we do need to ship certain players out. Richarlison's definitely one of them. Matthews Tell, yeah. You know what I mean? And Thomas Frank needs to starting the top players that we're calling for right now. Xavi Simons, start Xavi Simons, play him through the middle. You know what I mean? Put the arm around him. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he has got that quality there. You know what I mean? Just needs players in and around him. You know what I mean? Like Kulusevski, James Maddison. I know they're still fighting to come back. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not going to blabber on anymore, because it's just the same old. But yeah, man, I'm going to be doing going to throw out another video, my week 14 Premier League predictions. So, like I said, and I'll say again, if you're new to my channel, get subscribing, smash the likes. Please share my channel. I would really, really, really appreciate it. But yeah, that's enough from me. But yeah, let's hope the boys, let's hope the boys actually turn up tomorrow night against Newcastle at St James's Park. We all know it's a big ask because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not expecting much. But hey, you never know. This is Spurs we're on about. This is Spurs we're on about. We are such a funny club. We really are. But yeah, guys, that's enough from me. As always, up the Spurs.